This one. Today, we get to hang out with Will Barta. He's one of the 2 Americans on Movistar. It's the end of the 2022 season, so we're in Alicante, Spain for the team camp, preparing for 2023. Make sure to like, make sure to subscribe, but for now, let's go find Will Barta and see what makes him faster. All right, Will, what are we doing today? What's going on?
I think we're doing 5 hours with some torque efforts and sprints.
Cool, that sounds tough. What exactly does that mean? So you're gonna do a 5-hour ride. It's not based on mileage so much or distance, it's just the time you spend on the bike, right?
Yeah, more or less it's the time spent on the bike. At least at home here, it's more distance because, you know, they have to make a course and everyone does the same thing. But yeah, and then you have a series of intervals. So today they're like over gear, so you're doing a low cadence and then
just grinding it out.
Yeah, essentially, yeah. And then easier gear and yeah.
Back and forth. Do you set up the program, or does the coaches set it up for you?
Yeah, no, the trainers from the team set it up, and yeah, we just follow that.
All right, so break me down what you're riding. What's going on with the bike right now?
Yeah, so we have the Canyon Aero, the Aero model, and we have Zipp 303 Firecrest for training, and the SRAM Axis 2x.
That's amazing. Do you have any idea what tire pressure you're running on these?
I think it's around 75 psi.
But you actually don't set that up. You this bike is ready to go. It's against the truck, and you find your name tag on the bike to make sure you have the right bike, and you're just set and ready to go.
Yeah, all set to go. So we're really lucky.
All right, well, I got Will coming up doing his torque workouts. Here we are with Will Barta, one of the 2 Americans on Movistar. You're from Idaho, correct?
Yeah, Idaho, yeah.
All right, so we just got done with what I'm sure was an easy training ride for you. It was kind of hard for me.
I don't know about that.
Honest. They said it was the Spanish way, where someone goes and sits on the front doing like 150 watts on the flats, and then everyone attacks up the hill.
Yeah, exactly. That's how it goes.
That's really just how it goes.
Sometimes that's how it goes. Yeah.
Yeah, so,
exactly.
You've been with Movistar for how many seasons now?
This is my 2nd year coming up.
Second year in blue.
Yeah, exactly.
Pretty rad. Was this your first Continental like Pro Tour team?
No, I was 2 years in CCC, 1 year in EF, and now at Movistar.
Very rad. So you've been around the block a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
Okay, so as an American racing in Europe, racing with the Pro Continental teams, is it a hard transition? I mean, I especially being around Movistar, everyone speaks Spanish. Do you speak Spanish?
Yeah.
Like, what's that like?
Probably the Spanish is the hardest part for me. Luckily, it's a team that really makes you feel at home, even if you're not the best in the language, to be honest. But yeah, no, it's I was really lucky. I was on another Zipp sponsor team, Action.
Oh, rad.
So I was there for 4 years. So I think it's a really good pathway because you spend a lot of time in Europe racing. So yeah, the transition's always going to be a little hard, but I think as those things go, it went pretty well. You
said you had already raced with Zipp before, but what is your first experience with Zipp, even before racing? Do you ever remember anything from when you were like a youth?
Yeah, I mean, I remember when I was young, with the dimples and the golf ball and even all the knockoff wheels were tried to look like Zipp. So,
but you go close and like see if they had the dimples, and they didn't be like, I don't know, that decal's not legit.
Exactly. So yeah, I mean, you always grew up wanting Zipps.
Totally. I mean, I grew up wanting Zipps too.
Yeah, exactly. It was like the wheel to have.
Yeah.
So then, on Action, I was lucky and I got to use them, and it was super
Isn't that
cool.
crazy the first time that someone gives you a pair of Zipps? And you're like, seriously? And they're like,
yeah, exactly. And then you're on your home bike having carbon wheels.
For your training wheels, and you're like,
exactly.
It's kind of when you made it as a professional bike racer, when your training wheels are carbon wheels.
Yeah, exactly.
That's amazing. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
It's been great talking to you. Make sure to like, make sure to subscribe. If you have any questions for Will, drop them in the comments. And until next time, this is Chaz and Will making you faster.